Hey guys, it's Allie, and today we are going to be talking about the books I plan on reading for the Winter 2018 Biannual Bibliothon. This is a readathon hosted by a variety of booktubers, and I will link the YouTube channel for the readathon down below, but it is just basically a week of just reading. It happens this year from January 20th to January 26th, and there will be a live show for the group read, which I will talk more about. This is a readathon that happens twice a year, hence the name Biannual Bibliothon. It happens in the summer, and then it also happens in the winter. So, I participated last summer for the first time, and I really loved it. It really got me out of my reading slump at the time, and it just really helped me a lot. It's a whole lot of fun, and this time I can actually participate. They have a lot of video challenges. I don't think that I'm actually going to be doing those this year, but there are a lot of reading challenges as well, and I will talk about them here, but if you want more in depth, then I will definitely leave the video for the reading challenges down below, as well as the announcement video. But let's go ahead and get into the books I want to read. The group book for the readathon is Otherworld by Jason Segel, and I don't own a copy of it. I'm hoping that by the time the readathon rolls around, I will have bought it. I'm hoping to be able to do that. So that's probably my plan. So I do plan on reading the group book, and that's what's going to be discussed on January 27th. I don't know much about it. I know it's sci-fi, and I don't read a lot of sci-fi, but everyone's been giving it rave reviews, so I'm super excited to read it. For the challenge of reading a sequel, I will be reading Wind Witch by Susan Dennard, and I'm going to be completing it really because I read half of it. I stopped reading it in October of 2017 for no reason whatsoever. None at all. But I was really enjoying it. It's the sequel to Truth Witch, and this is a story that involves different kinds of witchery. It's kind of like magic and stuff. So our main character, Sophia, is a truth witch, which, is pretty coveted by those in a political standing because it could really give them an advantage over other people. And she has hid her witchery for years, and then it is found out, and so people are after her and her best friend. And it's really just about these two best friends. It's not even really a love story, I would say. There's love interest, but I would more count it as a best friend type of thing. It's really badass, and I really love it. So I know I am absolutely going to love this second book. The next book I'm going to read is going to be fulfilling two challenges, and the challenges are to read a book with mental illness, and then also to read a book that you've never heard of before. And for me, that is going to be No Sad Songs by Frank Morelli. This was the book that was sent to me by the author, so thank you, Frank, for sending this my way. It has a topic of Alzheimer's, which, mental illness, and I never heard of it before he contacted me, so I actually am super excited to read this because I've never read a book about Alzheimer's, and I think it's just going to be a super interesting experience, especially because this is so short. I think it's just a little bit over 200 pages. And I am really excited to read this, and hopefully I will love it. The next challenge is to read a book that has been mentioned in a movie or TV show or some form of media in another book maybe. And for me, I am going to be reading Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets because I don't know if anyone else really watched it before it was canceled, but I watched The Secret Circle, and I still continue to watch it every year for Halloween. And there is one point in the show where our main character says, "God, I feel like I'm in a Harry Potter movie." So it's not directly to the book, but it's directly to the Harry Potter in general, so I'm reading this. But I am super excited to finally read this. I say finally, I mean reread it, because I've been meaning to reread the entire Harry Potter series, and this is my least favorite of the entire series, which is why I've been dragging my feet with reading it. Over the summer, for the last Bibliothon actually, I read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, so I'm very excited to hopefully reread this. I did start it at some point, but I didn't end up continuing with it, so I am hoping to actually continue with this soon so I can actually get into Harry Potter, because the book after this one is where it really starts to get good, and then the fourth one's my favorite, and I'm just super excited to hopefully reread this. The next book I'm going to be reading is going to be actually fulfilling two challenges, and those challenges are to read a book under 200 pages, and also to read a book that was published before 2017. And that book is Animal Farm by George Orwell. It's 140 pages, and I know a lot of people have read this one and or 1984, and I've been meaning to read both, and This was at a used bookstore I went to back in November, and I picked it up immediately because, you know, it was cheap, and this is also the cover I wanted. So I'm very happy to have this, and I'm hoping I can get through it very quickly. I mean, it's very short, but like, it's also just such a loved classic, so I am hoping to maybe read this. I don't know. I don't want to like rush it, but like I still want to read it. I know it's dystopian, I believe, so I'm very excited to hopefully read this. And there you have it. Those were all the books that I want to read for the Winter 2018 Biannual Bibliothon. Do you plan on participating? And if so, what is your TBR? Comment down below. I would love to know. And that is going to be it for this video today. So thank you all so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.